Second Esther chapter 14, verse 1. And it came to pass on the third day, I sat under an oak tree, and behold, there came out a voice out of a bush over against me, and said, Esdras, Esdras. And I said, Here am I, Lord. And I stood up upon my feet. Then said he unto me, In the bush did I manifestly reveal myself unto Moses, and talk with him, when my people served in Egypt. And I sent him and led my people out of Egypt, and brought him up to the mount of where I held him by me a long season. And I told him many wondrous things, and showed him the secrets of the times and the end, and commanded him, saying, These words shalt thou declare, and these, wait a minute, shalt thou hide. Where is it? And these shalt thou hide. Right. Okay. So Moses was not allowed to tell everything. So, 1 Corinthians 13:9. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. This part we have not been given. Oh, so sorry. Wait. The other part we have not been given. But the parts that we have been given, we have starting with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down. The elder apostles starting up there. They have 100%. But when that which is perfect has come, which is Yahushai, then that which is in part shall be done away. Yeah, the part that we have not been told, that is what the Lord is going to give unto us. So yeah, basically, yeah, that's it. Now I know in part, but then I shall know even as I am. Okay, cool. Right, and all the sacrifices, okay, seed therein. Basically, we're going to be holy, and we're going to be seething in it. We're going to be boiling in it. We're going to be surrounded. Our cup is going to flow over. We're going to be all 100%, all 100% beautiful, perfect. And in that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of Yahweh. This is doublefold, because you have the Canaanite spiritually, and you have the Canaanite physically, mentally. So the Lord is going to take away the mental Canaanite, the spiritual Canaanite, and the physical Canaanite. The physical is, some Hamites have actually made children with our daughters, the nation of Israel, their daughters, the so-called black woman, whatever, made children with them. Those children are a bunch of Hamites. They're not our children, But then you have the spiritual Canaanites, which is second. Now let me go. Yeah, it's the same thing. First Samuel chapter 2. Yeah, I can just take this way. First Samuel chapter 2, verse 12. Now the sons of Eli were the sons of Belial. They knew not the heavenly Father. Why? Because their daddy was Satan. They was on a satanic tip. Here, for example, you had the book of Suzanne, chapter 1. There's only one chapter, verse 56. You can read the rest for yourself if you have the time, because they were two liars, and they wanted to murder Suzanne because Suzanne didn't want to sleep with them. So they lied on her and said she committed adultery with another man. Meanwhile, they wanted to commit adultery with her. Crazy. Verse 56. Suzanne 1 and 56. So he is Daniel. He put him aside, one of the Judah men, and commanded to bring the other, right? So he put one on the side and commanded to bring the other. This is an interrogation, like you have the police. They will separate the witnesses and start bombarding them with questions and see if it aligns with each other. And if it doesn't, then somebody gonna be put to death, or somebody gonna go to jail. Or both of them, or none of them. It depends on what they say. And commanded to bring the other, and said unto him, O thou seed of Canaan, Hanan, and not of Judah, beauty had deceived thee, and the lust had perverted thine heart. And Suzanne was beautiful, and that beauty just tricked him, man. He really desired her. But you should read the rest, the chapter for yourself if you have the time. The point is that they are basically spiritually Canaanites, man, mentally, but they are of Judah by seed. So this is another spiritual one. John, wait a minute. John chapter 8 verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was talking to Israelites here. And he was talking about Cain. And Cain, modern day right now, is Esau. The same spirit is in him. The so-called Caucasian race. They're a Cain. The descendants of Cain. That's what they are. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. And you Israelites are just like him spiritually. So that's spiritually your daddy. You're of your father the devil. That's your dad. Esau's your daddy. That's why they model themselves after them. Look at T.I.'s wife. And their daughter. Look at them. And I think his son too. All of them are born with black hair. But they just refuse to look like themselves. And T.I. is not teaching his kids because he a fucking clown too. All of these people are fucking nothing, man. You might think, oh, he's jealous. They got more money than you. Really? Keep on saying that. Watch what's going to happen. Lord willing, of course, is going to happen to you. Romans chapter 9, verse 6. Not as though the word of Yahweh had taken none effect. Right. For they are not all Israel. So, not as the word of... So, just because you don't see 100% of the Israelites coming back into this truth, doesn't mean that the word of the Lord didn't have effect. No. Why? For they are not all Israel, not 100%, which are of Israel, only the elect. So don't think, hey, this is when you're talking to one of the people that you might love in your family or your friends that are Israelites, by seed, doesn't mean that they are Israelite by mind or spirit. Some of our people refuse to have a dark-skinned Lord. We had at the camp a nigga bitch is darker than me. She said, not my Jesus. My Jesus is not black. She found it ugly. I'm looking at her like, wow, you're darker than me. It did the... I was like, yo. And another nigga-ass nigga said, you got black Jesus. That's the devil. What? I was like, God damn. He look at him. He got red eyes, Basically, hey, you can't talk to these people. All I want is a sword, and we're going to handle that. The Lord's going to handle you. For they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. Yeah, not all of you, because a lot of you are sons of Belial. A lot of you are sons of Esau, the devil. A lot of you are sons of Cain. A lot of you are sons of Baal. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Right, because Abraham had 8 children. 5 with Keturah. Was it 5? 7? Wait. 5 or 6 with Keturah? Wait, let me see something. I always forget this, man. Crazy. How can I not remember? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I thought it was 8, but yeah. He had 6 with Keturah, 1 with Isaac. Well, 1 which is Isaac, and the other one which is Ishmael. Right. So he had 8 children, but they're not chosen. Only Isaac was the chosen one, and then after that was Jacob. Now it says here, Galatians chapter 6, verse 16. As many as would walk according to this rule, peace be upon them, the rule of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and mercy be upon them, and upon the Israel of the Most High. So this shows you that just because they look like you, don't mean they are you, man. Do you think I would have a conversation with a person that looked like T.I.'s wife or his children? Do you think I want to have a conversation with this nigga? the person that looks like this, even though his hair was black when he was young, do you really think I would have a conversation with a person like that, with a person like this? You really believe that in yourself, man? You must have me misconstrued, bro. Like this, I'll talk to a person like this. Not necessarily specifically him, because I don't like certain type of people. Why? Because they often very proud, and I don't want to deal with people like that. I want to deal with people. I want the Moses mentality people. Moses, he grew up in a king's house. He was destined for worldly greatness. Rulership and power over people and stuff like that. But he said, no, I'd rather suffer with my people down there than live up high with you. And for example, with Bill Snakes. Okay, Bill Gates. Right, I'm not rubbing elbows with devils. Here, his elbow is next to his. Fuck that shit. I ain't doing that shit, bruh. I mean, you can't pay me. Look at this wife, looking like she a white woman. I can't. I can't. I'm not listening to you. I can't. I just can't. Look at him. He's rubbing elbow with the devil again. His elbow hits his elbow. Yep. They're sitting right next to each other. Bum, bum, bum. You know you got to bend over for that shit, right? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Look at him. Hugging up on him. You know what I'm saying? Ew. I would wash myself with something very powerful. Neem soap or something. I would never touch you, boy, I tell you. Get the hell out of here. Now, John chapter 2, verse 16. Wait. Right. Right. So, if you go here to the book of Zechariah chapter 14, verse 21, it says, and in that day shall there be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. So, the physical Canaanite, which is your mother, your whore-ass mother, had sex with an actual Hamite. An actual Hamite, not a confusion of face Hamite. No, an actual heathen nation Hamite. That child is not of our people, but some of them are in the midst of us, because you might not know. It's a lot of so-called interracial dating that our people did with all the heathens upon the planet Earth. Serena Williams, she just broke her bloodline, which is beautiful, because Psalms 137 verse 7 until verse 9, that's what you're gonna get for inheritance. Yeah, man. That eating my baby. This is eating my baby. It's you need to read it backwards. Start with the E. Yeah. Psalms 137. Hey, I didn't make this up. I'm just reading what it says in the scriptures, man. That's not my problem. That looked like a you problem. Psalms 137, verse 7, 8, and 9. Read that. And also the book of Matthew 13, verse 36 until 46 or something like that. Just read it for yourself. If you have the time, then you're going to see what's going to happen to them. Look, I didn't do anything, man. I just read it. I just said something. It's up on you. It's not my problem, bruh. See, I stick to my own. You know what I'm saying? That's the mother both for show up on track, man. I'm just playing the last part, the for show shit. Yeah, anyway, I'm just fucking around. But the thing that I said before, that's the truth. But yeah. Anyway, the for show thing, that's a joke. That's just playing around. Right. So the Canaanite, right? So I gave you examples of here you have a Judite that is being called the seed of Canaan, even though he is the seed of Judah, but he has a Canaan type mentality. The Lord is going to destroy you. So what does it mean, the word Canaan? So Canaan goes into Hanan, which is Canaan, the Hamites. the Lord said, in the book of Deuteronomy, he said, don't deal with the Canaanites. In the book of Leviticus 18 and in the book of Leviticus 20, you will see the customs of the... Well, let me just show you then. Then you can read it for yourself if you have the time. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 2. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. And from where? From verse 6 until verse 23. They was doing homosexuality. They was doing bestiality. They was doing incest. They was doing just a lot of crazy shit, bro. A lot of crazy shit. They was doing all that. The Lord said, verse 24, defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these, from verse 6 until 23, these nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the same thing here in the book of Leviticus chapter 20. They was sacrificing their children unto Molech, child sacrifices. They was burning their children unto Molech. They were having familiar spirits, witches and warlocks, and just satanic things. Probably was fucking dead bodies too. I don't know. Because they was busy with a lot of crazy stuff, man. With a lot of crazy stuff. Sodom and Gomorrah, basically. They was doing that. They was sleeping with their father's wife. That shows you that your father was allowed to have multiple wives. They was doing some vagabond shit. They was doing bestiality. Of course, I already said that. But here, verse 23. And ye shall not walk, Leviticus 20 and 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nations which I cast out before you. For they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. Right, what things? All these things they do. All these things. So you can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. Now you know why the Lord said here in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7. Now you understand why he said this. Deuteronomy 7 and 1. When Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess and cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hippites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. When Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, and his daughter thou shalt not take unto thy wife, for they will turn away thy son from following me. And if you do that nowadays with the Edomite, you're going to freaking start having Christmas trees in your house and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why the Lord said don't fuck with them. And if you have an East Indian or a Chinese, you see our people eating fucking frog and stuff like that. Eating fucking frogs and shit like that. Frogs, man. Eating in Chinese. Eating frogs, man. You got this nigga eating frogs, man. Frogs. Frogs, man. Ribbit, that one. That one. Can you eat this? No, you can't. I thought I read Chinese rat. I was like, yo, what the fuck? They probably eat that too, man. Chinese girls eat frogs and shit. No meats with black man. I ain't kissing you, bruh. Get out of here. Brr. That's what you get. Fucking around with them. Do Chinese girls take men on a frog date? Really? Nigga. What? I'm going to eat frogs today. What? Yo, that's abomination, bro. Wait. That is a straight up abomination. That's abomination. You know what I'm saying? But this is what you get when you mess around with heathens. That's why you gotta watch out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out. And you shouldn't just take an Israelite daughter also. Because they eat beast-like things too. Shrimp, lobster. You know? All that type of crazy stuff. They eat it too. I ain't dealing with you. Get out of here. I ain't never kissing you. You know? I'll put this link in the scripture box. You know what? I don't want to actually. You can read it right here. You can check it out for yourself. You can see it right here, man. What do you think he's gonna eat? Chicken? And if you were Japanese, then you're gonna eat squid and all manner of type of crazy shit. Chinese girls eat frog meats with black men, whatever. Yeah. Even if you don't eat it, if you kiss her, you done. you unclean, my man. Anyway, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. That's what's up. So don't do it. But anyway, now you know. Now you know why the Lord said go kill them. Because they was doing crazy stuff. Okay, right. So it says here, let me go on. Now, this is the book of, let me see, here. Canaan, right? So it says here, right. Canaan, Hebrew 3669. So 3669. 3669. 3669. Canania. It says here, Canaan, descendant of Canaan, descendants of Canaan, inhabitants, a merchant or a trader. Okay, cool. So you can add that too, for an example, as it is the truth, but for an example, because you do have, what is the significance of this? So why do I also pull this on the side as this to be read here, which says, and in that day shall there be no more the Canaanite in the house of Yahweh, in the house of the Lord. Well, here. So, okay. So you have here a nigger again. But wait, let me read this for you first. Where is it again? Here? Right. Ecclesiasticus in the book of the Apocrypha, the book of Sirach. Ecclesiasticus 26:29. A merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong. Let me give you an example. If the merchant buys fish, but the fish is out of date and he didn't get to sell it yet because he doesn't want to have loss, he will still sell it to you. You might die from diseases, he'll still sell it to you because he's a merchant. He will hardly keep himself from doing wrong because he's a greedy motherfucker, Or in the time of crisis, like in the time of 2020 until 2023, 2022, the prices went skyrocket. He's trying to triple his prices. That's why you had devils like Elon Musk making 3 trillion. A new deal here. Before, no, not before. No, not before. I did a video about that. It was not before. U.S. billion year 2021. U.S. billionaire wealth surged by 70%. Why? They was making a killing off of your sufferings, charging you higher prices because they say like, well, it's going to be hard to get the merchandise. They're lying to you, man. They just made some money. 2023. I'm not looking for that, man. I'm looking for the 2020. Elon Musk. Oh yeah, Elon Musk. 2 trillion in 2021. Was it 1 or 2 or 0? Here, I think this was it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, because I clicked on it. Yeah, right. 20. All I had to do was type in 2021. Bastards. Led by Elon Musk's crazy gains, American billionaires have added nearly 2 trillion to their fortunes during the pandemic. Hey, shit, not KGP. I'm too used to that. It says here, never let a good crisis go to waste. That's one of their quotes. Never let a serious crisis go to waste. And what I mean by this is, by that, it's an opportunity to do things you think you could not do before. You're going to get away with it. For example, I'm going to use a stupid example, but it's still an example. In the pandemic, the PlayStation 5, it sold for 1,500 per unit. 3 times as much as it is as it's supposed to cost, because it is supposed to cost only 500. What? That's just being the devil. But they say like, oh yeah, the chip shortage and stuff like that. You're lying, because that's a fabricated thing. Just, but you're dealing with the race of devils, so what do you expect? They're lying to you, man. You don't know. If you know, you know. Then you'd be like, goddamn fucking devil, you're lying. But it was given unto them to deceive the four corners of the earth. That's what the Lord said. But the elect is going to see you. He's lying. Everything about them, I look at them like, he's a goddamn liar. You know? You can power your house with a cube that's like this small, like a little device. You could. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Device power your house, right? Free energy. Anyway. Right. It's not talking about this. I'll show it to you later. But anyway, so okay, we're going on. Wait. Yeah. A merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong, and a huckster shall not be free from sin. A huckster is their door-to-door seller. A huckster is a hustler that's trying to pull a fast one on you, trying to make some money off of you. Which this shit is a huckster trick that he just did. This is a huckster trick, because it says right here, the spoils are concentrated at the top. What spoils? The spoils of the money. Just 20 people account for more than half of all billionaires' gains. Right. Because the workers didn't get them money. He did. Now you can read this article for yourself if you have the time. It's been a rocky couple of years for the public image of America's billionaire who faced criticism from both Republican and Democratic lawmakers. You can't do shit. These are the elite devils, man. This borderline incest, baby-eyed freak. You know what I'm saying? He made money. He made a killing off of you people, because they was selling stuff at a higher price, with a higher price tag, that they know they could get away with it if it was not that crisis going on. Oh, then people explained it away. Oh yeah, this is shortage of chips. There was never no goddamn shortage of chips, man. They're lying to you, man. They played it off real good, because they're geniuses like that. They search out a diligent search, as the morning is there, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Psalm 64 and 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. They succeed too. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart, which is the mind, is deep. So their thought process is very deep, and their minds is very deep too. Make a 2 in 1. Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. Why? Because it is in the power of their hand. They are able to do it. And then they do it. Never let a good crisis go to waste. Why? Just because I can do it. Never let a good crisis go to waste. It's an opportunity to do things you think you could not do before. Meaning not think, you could not do before. because people wouldn't let you get away with that shit. But if you condition the people, then you're gonna breed parents like this. Okay, not these ones. Maintain ties with not these ones, but some of them. I'm gonna give you an example of a fact. Here. Sexualization of children at Spain carnival faces backlash. Christian, whatever. I want to see a picture, man. You know what? I'm gonna click on this video. 6 days ago, by the way. What do you have? Satanic. Did you see that shit? Wait. Did you see the satanic shit? Satan, man. Hey, you think I'm playing? I'm not lying to you, man. It's the truth. It's the truth, man. The truth. It's the truth. The truth of a lion running out there trying to devour you. It's the truth. The truth and the tooth. The tooth of a lion trying to devour you, man. Did you see that, devil? Did you see what they represent? This is how they dress them kids, man. Some crazy shit. Or these are grown-ups. Oh, yeah. Okay, whatever. But this is how they dress them kids, right? And this is how they dress themselves. But they dress them kids like this, too, because I saw it. But I think this is not it, then. I didn't see it in this video. I saw it somewhere else. Right, anyway. This is what they do. These are the organizers. Osade. What? Osadia. Osadia troop. It comes right here. Okay. I didn't know that. Images. These type of sexualizations things they do. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, these are the things that they do, man. You're Satan. He's like a lion trying to devour you. Not trying. He's going to. But the elect is trying. But you're not going to win, by the way. You're not going to win. So, right. Yeah, the reason I'm pulling this up is because you wouldn't get away with this shit if this was the 80s and the 70s. Sorry, the 70s. You wouldn't get away with this shit, man. There was a lot. You wouldn't get away with this shit, man. Those people had a different mind. Okay? Those people have a different mind. Those Edomites had a different mind back then. They would fight. Do you know how many bombings there were? It's in the 70s. Check this out. Terrorist bombings, America in the 1970s. You know how many bombings that America forgot? You know how many bombings there were? Let me read it for you. There were... Where is it again? Thousands of... In 1972. Where is it? Thousands of bombing? It's got to be here somewhere. Here. So it says here, weather attacks began 3 months earlier, and by 1971, protest bombing have spread across the country. In a single 18-month period during 1971 and 1972, the FBI counted an amazing 2,500 bombings on American soil, almost 5 a day. So what were these people doing? They was fighting against the government, man. They was on a whole nother level. These Edomites didn't take shit. And if you check out the pictures of the 70s, they wasn't fat neither. What happened? The elite started to get their claws on the food system, because Also, the Most High started to curse him around that time. The people didn't know about serial killers. See, the serial killer era. Why the 1970s and the 2000s saw so many murders? Because the Heavenly Father was cursing you goddamn devils. He was raising up the spirits of demons within human beings, within Edomite bodies and stuff like that, just in people in general. He was raising up these evil spirits to come and torment you. You know? The notorious killing. That's in the book of Obadiah chapter 1. Obadiah chapter 1. Let me see. Where is that again? Oh yeah, here. Obadiah chapter 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart, you Edomites, hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. You're a cave monkey, whose habitation is high. That's why they always had skyscrapers and stuff like that. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So he think he's never going to fall from his high habitation. And also his high-minded habitation, not just physical. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, which is very high, you're proud. And though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, which are these space stations, and let me see, satellites and stuff like that, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. So since he started to actually set up space stations, which was around the 60s and almost 70s, since then the Lord said, from then I'm going to bring you down. Then he started to create spirits of vengeance. The book of Sirach, that will torment their own. You see, these type of people, they was already in slavery, but they didn't get caught. They didn't go to the jail cell. They was always murdering us from left and right. Just for being there. They would murder you, hang you, burn you, and eat apple pie. So, but they never turned on each other. But this is the beauty. He turned them fucking demon spirits against their own. If you watch this documentary on Ted Bundy on Netflix, then you will see, they will tell you, they didn't know about serial killers like this. They looked at him like, you look like one of us. Hey, he even looked like him here. He got the same hair. This is Nectar. Yeah, he looked like him. But anyway, they didn't. I think it's this guy. Yeah, this guy. It's this guy. Right. They. He really looked like him. He really channeled them here. God damn. That's why these actors are demons too, bro. Anyway, so they were saying like, he look mean. I saw this picture. In the documentary. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, he look mean here. You know what I'm saying? With that look, but it's all good. But they didn't know these type of people, and when you see his victim, she'd be like, there were no pretty devils. There were no ugly devils. Like what? They really, they really got their ass fucked up. Really got their ass torn up. They really got their ass torn to pieces, man. But I do remember that, and it was a girl that hurt him. She only wanted guys with money and status, so he literally went to school just to impress the girl because she left him. And then he went to school. He did all that he had to do for the bitch, and then he got the status. He was successful in his little thing, his little adventure, and then the girl wanted him back, and then he took her back, and then he basically left her. He was like, fuck all this shit. And from there on, he started to kill everyone that looked like her. He had a few blondies too, but a few others, a few young children too. But yeah, everyone with this type of hair, he smoked them. Yep. But anyway, it says here. Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Ooh. That's why you had Jeffrey Dahmer walking around killing sodomite men. Jake men. You want to be a sodomite? You want to have a white boyfriend? Okay, come to my house. I'll show you something. And he was saying the devil was telling me to do it, so I did it. And he was right. It was the devil. But I think he said also God told me to do it. It's the son of Sam also. All these people always talking about God and Satan. But both of them are doing it. Because the Heavenly Father is allowing Satan to do certain things that go do it. If you read the book of 2 Kings 22, and I the Lord create evil, and I the Lord create good. That's in Isaiah. This one. And a few more. But anyway, he also sends evil angels to come and kill you. Psalms. Yeah, here, Psalms. Right. Check it out for yourself if you have the time. If he hates you, he sends an evil angel to come and do you harm, which is what you deserve. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. Ooh, this gonna cause you. Can you imagine how fearful? How fearful and can you imagine how afraid these females were? Can you imagine? Can you imagine that, man? Can you imagine the fear? That lay on sore strokes. Ooh. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force. They said that when he was on a killing tip, his face changed. His face changed, and I can see it right here. Like I see the devilish look. He was not playing, and they wasn't smiling either. Levi, we already know what you are, Amalek. He sure showed you. And appease the wrath of him. Appease. What is appease? Pacify. Satisfy. Satisfy. Demand. Okay. And satisfy the wrath of him that made them. Whose wrath? The wrath of the Heavenly Father that created those spirits of vengeance. So when you see a serial killer doing his thing, you should know, like, whoa, that guy's not normal. That's an evil angel within a human body. Don't be playing. Don't be playing. People like this are not what you think they are. That's the funny part. Yeah, man. Anyway, so the Lord creates them to bring hard upon you people. But the Lord is going to create another type of serial killer. This time it's going to be this Jacob's descendants. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. Behold. No. 41. 41. Behold. And 15. Behold, I will make a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. I will make thee a new, the Israelites, the 144,000, started with them. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. Micah chapter 5, verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be amongst the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep. That's a lot of fur is gonna fly around, because now we are the sheep surrounded by wolves. Be careful! I set you in the midst of wolves. Be therefore wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove, because these wolves want to devour you. Every country we go, our people are looked upon like, hey man, I hate you and I want to kill you. But we're gonna be doing the same thing to you. But we're gonna be in the minority. And then we're gonna butcher you. 100%. Who, if he go to, right, that young lion to the flock of sheep, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thy adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. All y'all gonna perish. Zechariah chapter 12, verse 7. In that day, let me read it. In that day Yahweh shall defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord Yahweh before them. Who's the them? And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come up against Jerusalem. These are the them. We shall stand like angels before them. We shall stand like angels of Yahweh before the heathen nations, and we go butcher you, which is what you deserve. You tough guys, right? You got that little pew pew with your little armies and shit like that. You got the armies of the world and stuff like that. You got the military. You got all that tough guy shit, right? Cool cat. Once that time comes, we gonna see who's the mouse, Edomites, Edomites, and who's the rats, Amalek, and then who's the big bad cat, the lions, and the wolves. Don't forget Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? We shall see. And the rest of the 12 tribes, of course. I just made a reference to 2 tribes. But anyway. Right. So now going back to the hucksters. A merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong, and a huckster shall not be free from sin. And it shows you here that John chapter 2 verse 16. And he said unto them that sold doves, take these things hence, make not my father's house an house of merchandise. So, when it says here, and in that day, Zechariah 14:21, in that day shall there be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. The Canaanite is the physical one, because our people did some so-called interracial thing. The second one is the mental one and the spiritual one. You're mentally just like them. You do their wicked type of deeds. You're not going to be in the midst of Israel no more. The Most High is going to take you out. And you had the spiritual ones, which was basically worshiping Satan. And you had, of course, the physical ones that was acting like Canaanites. And then you have the other ones, the mental and the spiritual one. I'm going to give you an example of here. You have this nigga ass nigga. You got this fucking fool, this cave monkey. I should call them an crack people, because they act like crack people. Crack is bad for you. Yeah, if you act like an Edomite, you acting like a crack person. I want to say the other one, but let's just keep it upon the fact about it. Make not my father's house a house of merchandise.
Circulate that Israelite dollar. I know a lot of y'all are looking for...
Circulate that Israelite dollar. Wow. Okay.
Circulate that Israelite dollar. I know a lot of y'all are looking for a home for Passover. Well, March the 22nd here in Atlanta, Georgia, Zechariah, we're doing it big if it be the will of the Lord. And we're doing it to celebrate and to commemorate Yahweh and his great mercies and salvation, and look forward to the salvation coming through his only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ, Yahweh Shai. Right, we're doing it again here in Atlanta, Georgia, March the 22nd. If you are not a member of Zechariah, there are only a few ways to get your invitation and be...
If you are not a member of Zechariah, there's only a few ways you can get your invitation. That you stop right there. What? You gonna call these other people that are not a part of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, what that you claim that your group is, that you not a part of you, they can come also? Whoa, let me read it again.
Not a member of Zechariah, there are only a few ways to get your invitation.
If you are not a member of Zechariah, there's only a few ways you can get your invitation. Let me stop it right there. Sorry, I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. But let me just read this. Exodus chapter 12, verse 43. And Yahweh said unto Moses and Aaron, This is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. This stranger is a heathen nation. But every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. So he needs to be circumcised, by the way. A foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof. A foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth out of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. So you need to stay in the house until the sun comes up. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when the stranger shall sojourn with thee, these are the stranger Israelite foreigners, right? But they're Israelites. These strangers are heathen nations. If you look up the Hebrew, check this out. Exodus chapter 43. Here. This word here, stranger, is Hebrew, it's Hebrew in 36, right? This word stranger, 52:36. This is ban, which is son of a stranger. The word ban means son, and this one is stranger, which is nakar. And then the same word stranger is mentioned here, which is Hebrew 16:16. This Hebrew, right? This says the word stranger in the Hebrew 16:16. And wait. So this one is allowed. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover of the Lord, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. So if you read it in the English, you think like, wait a minute, this contradicts itself. But if you read the Hebrew, you will see like, oh, this is talking about the other stranger. As you can see here, Hebrew 52:36, which says foreigner, alien, tantana, that which is foreign, right? And then you see here, stranger, Hebrew 16:16, that is Garsham, or Gar, actually, sorry. A temporary inhabitant, a newcomer lacking inherited rights, a foreigner in Israel, of Israel, though conceded rights. What is conceded? It belongs to him. Admit or agree that something is true after first denying or resisting it. And in this case, when you see Israelite foreigners that look a little bit different, you want to deny them first, but then you find out that their father is a so-called Negro. Let me see. There's a singer, I never remember, I think Hazley, yeah, this one. I'm looking for her. I never remember this girl's name. I don't know what it is. But this chick, Hazley, she's actually an Israelite. She actually is. Because her father is a dark-skinned man. Hazley, father. Her father is a Jake. This is her father. And his father is a Jake. Yeah, they don't look the darkest, I'll tell you that. But if you look at him here, he's a little bit browner. He's a little bit browner here. But you know, the sun can make him a little bit more darker, of course. And this is an old photo, the one that I showed here. So yeah, it might be that. But this also here, you can see he's brown. He looked like fucking Drake or something like that with the mustache. Drake is also an Israelite, by the way. Doesn't matter what your mother is. This is her mother, and this is him. And he was already not the darkest person upon the planet Earth, you know. But his father goes back to a dark-skinned man, and probably his mother is an Edomite also. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't check that out. But I look at his skin color. I'm looking at him like, well, you don't look that niggerish to me. So, but still, they're Israelites according to the bloodline of their father. Now, this is an Edomite. If this is her current boyfriend or something, that child that she will get will be 137 Psalms. Yeah, that's going to be your child, your future of your child. And yeah, Maybe he's an Israelite on his father's side. I don't know. Right? We're gonna find out in those days. But if you are an Edomite, then you already know what the future of your children are. She might be an Israelite. Yes, she's an Israelite. But if you go with a heathen and you make a child, your child is not an Israelite because it's his bloodline, his father's bloodline, his sperm is coming into your womb for 9 months, 10 months, 9 to 10 months. It comes out. It might look like you. It don't matter. It's his seed. So it's his bloodline. No, that's not a part of my race. Fuck out of here. You know, that's baby bash. You know, against the stone. Which is what they did when they had the Native American. This is what they did to the Native American children. Wait, right? This is what they did. They took the Native American children and bashed them against the stone walls. It says here, the Spaniards took babies from their mother's breasts, grabbing them by the feet and smashing their heads against rocks. They built a long gibbet, low enough for the toes to touch the ground and prevent strangling. What did they do with him? I'll put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. What did they do with him? Tippy-toeing. I saw that word, tippy-toeing. Tippy-toeing. They tippy-toed him. See? They put him long enough so that he didn't strangle himself, just to make him suffer, so that he had his tippy toes upon the ground. They did that. They did that to the so-called Negroes, the southern tribes, and they did it also to the Native Americans, right? They built a long gibbet low enough for the toes to touch the ground and prevent strangling, and then they burned them with fire, and hanged 13 natives at a time in honor of Caesar Borgia, their savior, and their version of the 12 apostles. Then straw was wrapped around their torn bodies, because they tore them with dogs. Also, wait, let me see here. Devils. They changed the algorithm of Google. Conquistadors. Here, that's what I'm looking for. They sent the dogs to tear them in pieces, and then they gathered some straw, and then they burnt them. They also chopped off their hands. They chopping off hands. Conquistadors here. They was chopping off their hands and stuff like that. They was chopping off their hands. Is that good? Oh yeah, here. I thought so. They was chopping off their hands. Look here, she's picking up her hands. You know, chopping off their hands, chopping off their noses also, as you can see here. You know, so yeah. And guess who they did that to with? Check this out. Here, they used to do that again. They used to do that with the southern tribes also that was living in Congo, which were Israelites, by the way, because we was on the west coast of the land. And guess what? They was chopping the feet too. Children. They love children so much. We care about the kids. We care about the kids. And until this day, you have in Belgium, it's called Handjes van Antwerpen, which is the Belgium state. And what do they have? They have statues of chopped hands all over the place. They have hands. You have the chopped off statue here. You have on purpose they do that. Here you have an Edomite throwing a hand, a severed hand. Let me see. You have chocolates, and they had a big controversy back in the days that they didn't put white chocolate hands. They only had brown and dark brown chocolate hands. They refused to put the white one. There was the chocolate hands of Belgium. They had statues, and they paint this guy, King Leopold II, being removed out of Belgium. Why do you think? Because he was the painters talking about he had a lot of blood on his hand. He doesn't get pardoned. They have these statues of hands. They have a whole building, chopped hands building. The whole building is decorated. Wait. Belgium. I think it's this. No. Oh, that's here. The Belgium Museum.